The year is 1896, a time when the world was on the cusp of monumental change. Imagine a quiet street in Paddock Wood, Kent. The air is filled with the sounds of nature and the occasional chatter of townsfolk. Life moves at a slower pace. Horses draw carriages, their hooves clopping rhythmically on the cobblestones. People stroll in their Sunday best, enjoying the simplicity of the era. Now picture a horseless carriage, a novelty at the time, sputtering down the lane, its engine chugs and puffs, drawing curious glances. This, my friends, is the scene of the world's first speeding ticket, a moment that would go down in history. The contraption turning heads is an Arnold Benz motor carriage, a marvel of engineering for its time. At the helm sits Walter Arnold, a local businessman, a man with a vision for the future. He's not just an owner, he is an evangelist for these new motor cars. He passionately believes in their potential. He sells them, repairs them, even drives them in races. His enthusiasm knows no bounds. Little does he know he's about to make history. A simple drive that would forever change the course of transportation. Now, in 1896, cars are so new that the laws haven't quite caught up. The streets are bustling with horse-drawn carriages, bicycles, and the occasional motor car, a sight that fascinates and terrifies the public in equal measure. The Locomotives on Highways Act, passed just the year before, raises the speed limit. This act is a significant milestone, reflecting society's cautious embrace of this new technology. No longer a paltry 4 miles per hour, cars can now achieve a blistering 14 miles per hour on open roads. This newfound freedom is exhilarating for early motorists, who relish the thrill of speed. But within town and village limits, a mere 2 miles per hour is the law. This stark contrast between open road and village speed limits highlights the tension between progress and safety. And it's this very law that Mr. Arnold is about to test. A man of curiosity and ambition, he is eager to push the boundaries of what is possible. You see, Mr. Arnold is an enthusiast. His passion for automobiles is matched only by his desire to see them become a common sight on every street. He believes in the future of the motor car. To him, these machines represent more than just transportation. They symbolize progress and innovation. And frankly, 2 miles per hour feels more like a crawl than a drive. The slow pace is almost unbearable for someone who dreams of speed and efficiency. So, as he navigates his Benz through Paddock Wood, he lets the speed creep up. 4 miles per hour, 6 miles per hour, 8 miles per hour. Each increase in speed brings a rush of excitement and a sense of rebellion. A constable on his bicycle spots him. The law is about to catch up with Mr. Arnold, but for now he savors the thrill of the moment. Now imagine the scene. The constable, pedaling furiously, is in hot pursuit of the speeding motor car. It's a comical sight, no doubt, but the officer is in earnest. He catches up to Arnold, flags him down. "Sir," he says, "you were traveling at a speed most reckless. 8 miles per hour you were. I must have your name." Arnold, perhaps a touch chagrined but also aware of the moment's peculiarity, provides his information. He receives a summons to court. His crime, exceeding the speed limit by a whopping 6 miles per hour. The court, perhaps as baffled by the newfangled contraptions as anyone else, fines Arnold a shilling plus costs. This was a time when the concept of speeding was as novel as the automobiles themselves. The judge, likely never having seen such a machine in action, had to make a decision that would set a precedent for the future. A small price to pay, some might argue, for becoming the first person in the world to receive a speeding ticket. The newspapers had a field day with the story, making Arnold a minor celebrity overnight. News of Arnold's escapade travels fast. The story spreads through the town squares and beyond, capturing the imagination of the public. And rather than deterring customers, it seems to have the opposite effect. People are drawn to the excitement and the promise of speed. People are intrigued by the motorcar, by its speed, its novelty. Arnold's business booms. His showroom becomes a hub of activity with curious onlookers and potential buyers flocking to see the marvel of modern engineering. He becomes a leading figure in the burgeoning world of automobiles. His name is synonymous with innovation and progress. And that speeding ticket, it becomes a piece of history, a humorous anecdote from a time when the world was on the cusp of a transportation revolution. It is displayed in museums and talked about in automotive circles as a symbol of how far we've come. The world, it seems, was ready to speed into the future, 1 mile per hour at a time. The era of the automobile had begun, and there was no turning back.